How's it going, guys? Today I'm going to be featuring the Stalingrad, the legendary tier Russian large cruiser. Stalingrad, I mean, it's a super tanky large cruiser, just like Alaska, 32 bow, everything. I still sort of prefer Alaska, just its ability to, I want to say sustain a little better than Stalingrad, mainly due to the fact that its heal is much better, and then after the buffs to Alaska, the HP pool being increased, it's at 60,500, so we're talking about 5,000 less HP. But then you also have one more of those improved heals compared to Stalingrad only having 3 normal heals, which sort of is, I guess, why Alaska feels a lot more tanky. Now, on paper, Stalingrad has much better stats for gun performance. Obviously, the AP can absolutely smack battleships from across the map. But at the same time, for whatever reason, even though this thing Sigma is very high, it just doesn't feel like it hits nearly as hard. I mean, it could be the improved pen angles that Alaska gets because it's the same pen angles that the Des Moines gets and the normal heavy cruiser line on those 305s, so it's more likely that you'll be getting penetrations whenever ships are angled. Stalingrad, just like Petro, does have slightly improved pen angles, but it's nowhere near the same pen angles that the American heavy cruisers or even the British light cruisers have. So that could possibly be why I prefer the Alaska, in addition to, well, what I mentioned earlier. We push up to this island. We are using BD Lightful for like the first time ever. I think we were sticking with Kuznetsov for the longest time because we just didn't have the commander resources to level up BD Lightful. And well, over the course of many years, people have said BD Lightful is, well, better than I guess Kuznetsov in terms of a full accuracy build because of its gimmick skill that gives you, I believe, when you max it out, 8% grouping and dispersion, and in turn you lose, I believe, 8% spotting, or your detection is 8% worse, which for a cruiser, especially one with a absolutely massive citadel, not really something I want out of a cruiser, especially one with radar. I prefer pushing in, and if possible at all, I would very much rather be able to use my radar effectively. And then when your detection is that bad, a lot of the time things that are spotting you may be beyond your radar range, which is why I value stealth radar so much. And that Navarin that was flat broadside, where we don't get any citadels and all he does is sail in a straight line, is one of those reasons why Stalingrad just I don't like. Even Petro does that to me often. Shima, trying to go to the border. I request support before using my radar just to give everyone a heads up that I'm going to use radar. And, well, I guess in the case where a destroyer survives our salvo, they can get their guns ready and started to turn. Otherwise, the DD and short duration Russian radar, he would just simply sail away and survive. Luckily though, we have gone tier dispersion for the first time in this match, and we dev strike the Shima, even though he was, I want to say, 1.5 of the 3 bars that he had. Enemy Louisiana starting to push in after dropping airstrikes on us for the whole first 5 minutes of the match. Unfortunately, that Loria that was flat broadside goes unspotted, and now we're sort of spotted in a bad situation where Louisiana can continue to drop airstrikes because we're going to be stuck bow in. We don't really have an opportunity to turn away, so we have to be either broadside to Tort planes or broadside to Louisiana main guns. I think I'd rather take my chances with the planes, even though the planes can fly through many ships AA and drop all 6 torps without losing a plane. Just like now, flying through Stalingrad and Ohio AA, not losing a single plane, but dropping all 6 torps. Kind of my personal gripe when it comes to these hybrid ships. I mean, they can even drop a Midway or Hokuryu without losing a single plane. So, yeah. I mean, we all hate CVs, but when the most busted class can't even help themselves against this consumable, then clearly something is wrong. But Louisiana misses his drop, and now we just kind of stay here, play this bow and fight. That dispersion. Jesus, we aim for the left side, or on the left of his turret. 2 shells go there, but then everything else went to the right. Like, these are the moments where I'm just questioning everything. Battlecruiser dispersion, but 2.4 Sigma. Is it really? It just, more often than not, just leaves me baffled with how trolly Stalingrad can be with stats on paper that good. But Laria charges out. Louisiana decides to follow behind the Laria. I did try to take a quick shot, hoping to get some citadels on the Laria, but unfortunately we don't land any. Louisiana pushing in right behind the Laria. Well, if there's an opportunity to brawl, regardless if I'm in a ship with an absolutely massive citadel and sort of at a disadvantage, I am gonna go for it. There's no reason really to avoid this. We took a pot shot at Louisiana because we had more than enough time to reload our guns before we had to try this drive-by on the Laria. We set our secondaries to the Louisiana because he was so low. And, well, I think Laria overturned his turrets. He was waiting for the perfect broadside. But what he should have done was just aimed for under the turret and tried to line up with the curvature of the bow. And, well, him trying to wait for that perfect broadside when trying to do a drive-by. He doesn't get to shoot his guns at all, and he ends up getting dev struck. Defense, sailing flat broadside, we caught him with our radar, and for some reason, we just don't get any citadels. Slightly underled, but that thing's citadel is absolutely massive, and also the dispersion obviously went very high and also very low. Next salvo, though, looks much better. But again, not enough citadels to dev strike him, unfortunately. He is popped the heal, so we're going to have a little more damage to farm on this defense. He's very slow at reacting. He's trying to turn in, but this is where the improved pen angles sort of come into play. And then on top of that, having much better pen than your typical 305mm gun, because Stalingrad rounds just, for whatever reason, pen everything. But yeah, kind of, well, not kind of. Definitely a good match. It's always a good match when we actually get to brawl something, even if we technically are at a disadvantage, as we also secure a 3200 match without domination caps. So yeah, pretty good match. It's been a while since we had a good one in Stalingrad. Definitely something I may do is max out BD Lightful, but then again, that's going to take 15 universal commendations. And there is another large cruiser that I very much enjoy, the Brest, which I also need to max out, the Kuromi Sarika Commander, which also needs another 15 universals. So yeah, it's going to be a while. Probably going to max out the Brest Commander first because, well, I play Brest a lot more than I play Stalingrad. And actually, we need more than 15. It's only legendary too. So we're going to need 21 universal commendations. Jeez, that's a lot. And I guess over time, we probably can get it, especially because we finally finished maxing out most of our normal commanders from commander crates. So those should be giving us universals now. But yeah, BD Lightful, I guess it's sort of better, but at the same time, I did have to use Mikawa to, I guess, help the detection, because I don't want a 14-kilometer detection Stalingrad. That's just way too much. And I guess in turn, if we just simply used Kuznetsov with Scharnhorst and Scott, we'd probably have the same or better accuracy. But anyway, that's pretty much it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and subscribe for more and share with your friends. Or leave a comment down below for other ships you want to see in the future. But anyway, till next time, aloha.